Today we celebrate the Feast of the Epiphany, the 12th day of Christmas. And it's a feast that reminds us is that when you encounter the incarnation, the Word that becomes flesh and dwells among us, your life is changed, and you cannot take the same patterns and the same route in life. You have to go a different way. The gospel today from Matthew is the story of the Magi, 3 wise men from the east. They represent the Gentile community, and a star leads them to this little tiny town of Bethlehem, the word that means house of bread. And as strangers to a new city, they go see the king, Herod, and say, "We wish to see where is the newborn king of the Jews." That's their first encounter of royalty. Herod is a dominant ruler, and he is very manipulative, wanting to learn more from them so he can go pay homage. What we learn later, he wanted to go and kill the child in the story. So the Magi go off and they find Jesus. They enter the house in Bethlehem and they encounter the child with Mary. And they pay him homage with treasures of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. They spend time there, we don't know how long, and then they learn in a dream to go a different way, to not go back to Herod to report what they had seen or where the location is, but to go a different way. And they go a different way back to where they go, back to the east. We never hear from them again, but what we celebrate today is that their lives were changed, and the experience of that incarnation, the experience of the Christ child, changed them and all of us as a result of that encounter. Epiphany means a manifestation or an insight. Those Magi got an insight into who Christ was. This baby becomes the Messiah. And their lives are forever changed. They can't go the same way. They take another way. They go home by another way. The way of insight, the way of the Messiah. So this week, as we continue to celebrate Christmas, let us be mindful of our encounters of the incarnation, the Word that becomes flesh and dwells among us. One theologian calls that God with skin. How do we encounter those divine insights of God in our lives? And how are we changed? Are we just taking the same pattern and the same route? Or are we really challenged to go a different way, to take a different path toward love? The Epiphany challenges us to do that so that we continue to seek the incarnation in our lives, who Christ is for us, and our lives are forever changed in the way of love. Amen.